Inshallah, yes, that's about. Okay, I'm going to do some more poetry, except this question right here. What I'm going to start with. I'm sorry, say it again. I wish you had a microphone. Could someone say louder?
This boy that he came 15 years ago came as a result of lots of your thoughts or collecting something in your chest, and you should read that in a boy who are going to pray, or it came as a moment of your inspiration.
Okay. So I'm going to say it back to you to make sure I understand. So it's saying this poem that I just read, is it coming by way of conjuring it up in my head, or did it come like inspiration all at once? Okay. This poem came a little as both. I remember when I was writing the poem, it was over a long length of time that I wrote some of it and then left it, and then I came back and wrote some more and then left it. I remember being very frustrated right around the time of when the war in Afghanistan started. And the posture in the United States was that the Muslims were in this very, and they really haven't got out of it really, this very like apologetic and like backpedaling posture. Like they were always on TV apologizing for something. I was like, what did you do? Like, what are you apologizing for? What have you done? You know? And there was this constantly, you know, apologizing for the Quran and apologizing for the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, and apologizing for themselves and for their deen and for all of this all the time. And it made me feel like this is beneath the honor of this way of life that we are holding, and it is beneath the honor of the Prophet by which this way came. And so I wanted to say something that was not just angry or not just to say it. So I wanted to for it to be within reason, you know, and not just be emotional. But at the same time, I wanted to say something that was forthright, that was explicit about the way that many of us interpreted just the history of much of what has happened in the Western world. So myself in particular, as a black man in America, you know, we look at something like that happened, and it's a tragedy. No one disagrees with this. Like, this is a great, great tragedy. It's a problem. But we look at these people, people that want to wage war all over the earth, and say what you have done in other lands, and even in this land, is many times more than this. Many, many, many times more than this. So it seemed like a very hypocritical position, and instead of us calling them under a hypocritical position, we were backpedaling and apologizing for something that none of us were guilty of. And so it was a very strange affair, and it gave me some anxiety. This was one of the ways of expressing my anxiety. Alhamdulillah. I'm going to move on a little bit, and then we're going to have some more. Is that one over there for me? Yeah? If I'm on stage, it's going to stop. Okay, I'm going to share a little bit about what I've been working on lately, right? So I've been working on a new album called Like a Thief in the Night. And this album, alhamdulillah, is very special to me. Not just of what I'm saying on the album, but that it'll be my first album that will be nationally distributed. So Sony's distributor has picked it up to be distributed, so you know it'll be in all the stores and things like this. And this album, Broad Daylight, which will be available after the show, is a precursor to that album. And so I'm going to share some of those things with you. So we have DJ Farouk. Oh, let me say this too also. That I was supposed to be traveling with my DJ Eli Muhammad from Remarkable Current. You guys know Remarkable Current? And he got stuck at the border. So we have DJ being like Eli Muhammad, DJ sort of like Be Like Muhammad, to fill in, inshallah, but it'll work out nicely. Him and Russ, I think it'll work out. Hold on, folks. We have one more question. I think I'm going to do Broad Daylight first. Well, I saw a hand up over here, or was that my imagination? Wow, I guess so. Okay, never mind. So this song, and the concept really for the whole album, is a broad daylight, and it's just a means by which to dispel ignorance. That when the daylight is showing clear without any interruption by the clouds or by any shade or by anything, and the sun is just clear and the truth is just made manifest and irresistible, that no one can pretend as if they don't see the sun on that door time on a cloudless day. No one can pretend this person being insane so they can't see the sun. So for the truth, for good to be that explicit and that broadcast in such a way that it becomes irresistible. It's no longer an argument, it's no longer a debate. It is there, it is manifest. So this is what it is. And also I was encouraged also to discuss a little bit about the language in the song. And it's not that the language is bad language, so everybody remain calm. It's all like halal lyrics and everything. But it has a cultural stamp. So what I do in poetry and what I do in hip hop is a little different. So some of the language is, and the metaphors and similes are built inside a cultural context that if you're not part of hip hop culture, you may not understand. So since some of you may be part of hip-hop culture, and so it'll be very clear to you, but if you're not part of hip-hop culture, you won't. So I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna do a little translating, okay? That's good? Inshallah. And also, hold on for a second. I'm gonna have to run it back. See, this is something that they do in reggae culture, you know, so they real one! It's all culture, you know what I'm saying? It's all culture. So you know, man, we just getting warmed up over here. And so also I want you to feel free to enjoy what we have created as a community. Or myself as part of your community, and you as part of my community, for us to rejoice at what we have created. It's a very, very beautiful and peculiar thing. We'll talk about that more afterwards, so let's do something. Okay. DJ, be like, sorta like, kinda like, Muhammad, alhamdulillah, God, I'm good, inshallah. Is that loud enough for you guys out there? Okay. So hold your so close, we get closer, and when I talk change, and in your sofa, and when I talk stars, and on your poster, it's something zodiac, it's so supernova. We know the blind high, the hearts are colder, and for that soda, they got that poker, and for that bread, man, they got the toasters. I hold you so close, we getting closer. Don't let them change you or make you or play you or make you. No, that's not how it's going down. But it's all game, you they gon' try to save you, only to enslave you. Let me tell you now, you do what they say, do but like it's so painful. These devils really hate you. Let me tell you now, the evil that they do, they gon' be the same crew. You gotta save you. Let me tell you how. Broad daylight. Yes. Ha. Broad daylight. Yes. Ha. La ilaha illallah. That's what it is, that's what it was, and that's what it's forever gonna be. DJ be like, kinda sort of Muhammad. Going so close, we're getting closer. And when I talk stars, it on your poster. And when I talk change, it on your sofa. It's something zodiac, it's so supernova. We know the blind high, the hearts are colder. And for that soda, they got that poker. And for that bread, man, they got the toasters. But hold you so close, we getting closer. Don't let them change you or make you or play you or make you. Know this like how it's going down. But it's all getting through, they gon' try to save you, only to enslave you. Let me tell you how. The evil that they do, they gon' be the same fool. You gotta save you. Let me tell you how. The evil that they do, they gonna be the same fool. You gotta save you. Let me tell you how. Broad daylight. Yes. Ha. Broad daylight. Yes. Ha. So this light and this darkness, right? So people try to convince us that we are trying to defeat the darkness, but that's not really what we're trying to do. Because what the light does, the light comes and shows us the darkness never even really existed. It is not really a real opponent, it is only illusion. It is only what we have put on our own hearts, the things that we convince ourselves in our own minds that it exists. And darkness turns into absolute nothingness once the sun comes, once the light comes. And once we manifest this light, then the darkness isn't even a real opponent. So it's like broad daylight. Yes, ha, broad daylight. Yes, hot, broad daylight. Yes, hot, broad daylight. That's what it is. Okay, DJ, so it's like kind of sort of, like Muhammad, we're going to do change gonna come. But I want you to hold it for a minute for me. So this change, this manifests in this broad daylight, it has a means by which it happens. It has a means, a method, a process by which it goes through in order for it to come about. So this thing, this change happens, and how does this change happen? This song is called Change Gonna Come, and I want you to understand the chorus of what I'm saying, what the hook of it is. It says, change gonna come by the fire, by the gun, by the word, by the deed, by the heavens, by the street. Change gonna come by the fire, by the sun, by the water, by the seas, by the day, by the degrees. Change gonna come by the many, by the one, by the fire, by the sun, by the fire, by the gun. So we'll get into it. And listen, are you guys feeling easy? Are you guys okay? You okay? I feel like, you know, like, I don't know, like it's like scary or something. Am I making you nervous?
Aside from broad daylight, I didn't really understand anything.
Oh, is that what you put you? Is that the problem? Okay, like I said, I promise I was going to do a little translation. So I'm going to do that before we go into Change Gonna Come. So, and as a matter of fact, I even repeated the verse twice in hopes that it would become easier. But, okay, so I'm just going to do, like, there's a lot to it. So part of what we do in hip-hop lyricism, part of the culture, is to have layers and layers of meaning in what you're saying. So, I'm not going to forget you, sister. I'm going to get you in a second. The volume isn't right. Okay, so they can't hear over here. We're going to get it right, inshallah, okay? All right. DJ sort of kind of like, all right, we're going to get it right. We're going to get it right. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to do one verse of that song again, inshallah, so we can work our little translation thing, right? This is a bizarre hip-hop show. They're talking in translation, and it was good. But we're going to do it. We're going to make the thing work. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done this before. You haven't done this before. We're going to make it work. All right, so this is part of what we're going to have to do as a culture, as a people. We're going to have to make this little awkward, little young, old, you know, halal, hip-hop, all this weird stuff. We're going to have to make it work. We have to. For our children, we have to make it work. Okay, so I say, so hold your soul close. We getting closer. And when I talk change, ain't in your sofa. And when I talk stars, ain't on your poster. It's something zodiac. It's so supernova. We know the block hot. The hearts are colder. And for that soda, they got that coca. So soda is baking soda. Coca is the plant that they make cocaine from. And this is how they make crack cocaine with the soda in. So I say, for that soda, they got that coca. And for that bread man, bread meaning money. So bread, the bread man, they got the toasters. Toasters is another name for a pistol. So there's a little play on words. There's bread and toaster, but bread and toaster, right? So this is hip-hop lyricism, right? So, and for that bread man, they got the toasters, but hold your soul close, we're getting closer. Now I say, don't let them change you or phase you or play you, amaze you. Notice Naka how it's going down. So I say, notice Naka. Naka is just a word. Naka is like just, like saying man or speaking of someone like a guy, right? Notice Naka how it's going down. But it's all game, dude. But it's all game. Game meaning it's all like a hustle. But it's all game, dude. They're going to try to save you only to enslave you. Let me run it down. Let me run it down, you know it. Let me run it down. And I said, you do what they say do, your life is so painful, these devils really hate you. Let me tell you now, the evil that they do, they're gonna be the same crew. So you gotta save you. Let me tell you how. Broad daylight, yeah, it's hot, right? And then the second part is like, which I didn't say just now, but I'll translate it for the sake of our conversation here. I say, how does it start? Hold on, I got it right here. Oh, I say, I've got the Ummah here on my shoulders. My greatest weapon ain't in my holster. They Scarface, losers and posers. Scarface lost, at least play Sosa. Okay, so this is a reference to popular culture. So in hip hop, you guys know the movie Scarface? So in hip hop, this is like a hero. This is like the Messiah or something, Scarface. And it's this movie about this Cuban who moves to Miami and he becomes this drug kingpin for a few years and then he dies high on cocaine in a pool of blood. I'm like, he's a loser. He lost, right? But people like wear his shirts and say, I'm Tony Montana, right? This is the thing, right? And the person that killed him is a bigger boss in Colombia named Sosa. So I say they Scarface loses and poses. Scarface lost, at least play Sosa. I'm not an elder trying to coach her. I'm just an old soul. I'm so Sankofa. They say I'm so conscious because they're so coma. They say I'm so dope, man, but I'm so sober. So this is, it said, you know what Sankofa is? Sankofa? Sankofa is an African principle. African principle, and it's the way they draw it is like a bird. It's a bird, and it's it has kind of a long neck, and the bird is looking back. And it means to look at your past in order to move forward, like to look at your past in order to build your future. So I say I'm not an elder. I'm not an elder trying to coach you. I'm just an old soul. I'm so Sankofa. I'm just learning from my past to tell you about your future. And I say they say I'm so conscious because they're so coma. Kind of a way to kind of talk bad about someone almost is to say that they're so conscious. Like, oh, you're so smart. Oh, you're conscious, you know, incense, oils, head wraps, conscious. And it's like a way of mocking you a little bit. So they say they're so conscious, but they're so coma. They say I'm so dope, man, but I'm so sober. So that's the poem. So this is Hip Hop Lyricism 101. You guys have never been to a hip-hop show like this, have you? Me neither. It works out nicely. All right? Oh yeah, yes sir.
Yeah. So you said you're signed to Sony, but at the same time you sort of put the culture of dealers and customers online, but at the same time...
Wait, say it again. I'm signed to Sony, but what?
Sort of put the culture of like drug dealers and glorification out on blast, but at the same time you're on the label where there are people who sort of put that into the DMX. How do you feel about being signed to labels that promote you at the same time to sort of promote that as well?
It's like maybe you have an account with AOL. They use their email, but they broadcast pornography. How can you be part of something that broadcasts pornography? Or I shop in a store, but this store sells pork and liquor, but you buy milk and eggs. How can you shop in a store with pork and liquor? Or you buy a car from a company, and this company has suppressing people all over the world, or you put gas in your car, but this gas company, this oil company is responsible for killing millions and millions of Muslims, or you wear Nikes, and these Nikes have sweatshops all over the world. So what I'm only saying that to say that our condition here, this is one of the important things I want to talk about, so I'm glad you said what you said, is that we are here. So we have these things around us. One of the methodologies that we use as Muslims sometimes is just to cut away. So we just make barah, like we cut away from the thing, and it's like we're over here and you people are over there. But what we do is we surrender every valuable thing to these people to do what they want. So the people are going to listen to music. My brothers, my sisters, my little daughters, they're going to listen to music. Your brothers, your sisters, your children are going to listen to music. So we surrender Sony to just 50 Cent and Ludacris, which is ludicrous, right? But we just surrender it. Then, is that a better position? Is that better for us, or for us to engage? And so the position that I'm taking, it's not the position that everyone takes, and there's more than one position, for we even know among the best examples that we have in history, even among the awliya, or among there were some who were in it with the people in the marketplace, talking with the people, and there was some that just said, I'm just going to move to the mountains, I'm not going to have anything to do with these people. So if one wants to just move away, then alhamdulillah, that's fine. If one wants to just move away, alhamdulillah, that's fine, it's no problem. And they can do that, but if we're here, I'd rather engage. So this is my jihad, you know? So I'm not gonna say, these people, they have their swords and their shields and their weapons and their spears and things like that, and I'm just gonna leave them to their weaponry. Like, if I have the opportunity, I will take their weaponry and use it for something that's better than whatever they're using it for. So this is my relationship with And even, I'm not even signed to Sony, but that wasn't really the relevant part of what you're saying. But I'm signed to Uprising, and Uprising is a label that's owned by Muslims, and they have a distribution relationship with Sony. So they said, we're gonna create this, and you just put it in the stores, you know? So, but it's still the same idea applies. And this is some of the decisions that we're gonna have to make, not just you or just me, but as a community, particularly in the West, like how much are we going to engage, and at what level are we going to engage, and what do we consider a victory in our engagement? How do I win? So is it me becoming rich and famous and being on TV? I'm not mad at it, but I'm saying, is that the victory? Is that what it means? Or is the victory, like Allah says in the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه كان توابا. So that we have a platform by which the help of Allah comes, and then the people come to the way of Allah in crowds like this. And I've seen Muslim performers in places that are not Muslim. Myself have done this. But some that have done it even greater than me, where they have the people, non-Muslim people, crowds of people saying with their hands saying, La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha. Alhamdulillah, that's a victory to me, alhamdulillah. So we do little by little, step by step. But who knows how we're supposed to do this thing? No one has done what we are right now in the West, how in Muslim. This is something new in our like we're figuring things out for the first time. So alhamdulillah, it just takes some time and some thought. Yes.
So you're talking about addressing change, not the change in the sofa, but turning the page and moving on. You want to talk about how to address the change?
How the change will be, how it will come?
Or just address it to show the people how to move on from.
Oh, yeah. Right. And this again is new territory. So we're trying to figure out, I'll speak for myself, I'm still trying to figure it out, how to do it. Like I don't have the answers. Like I don't have a cheat sheet. And I say, okay, when this happens, you just do this. And like I'm trying to figure it out myself. And I have made, and I'll make a lot of mistakes. I'll make more mistakes. I'll make mistakes in public, and I'll make mistakes in private. And so I just ask that you solve for me, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but you answered it yourself when you said you'll address the change by learning from your mistakes from the past.
That's all we can do. It's the best thing for us to do. So that's what I'm trying to do in general, inshallah. All right? Yes.
My brother Mohammed, welcome to Edmonton, Canada.
Alhamdulillah, thank you.
I want to walk over and bring the water to you.
Alhamdulillah. Oh, no, you don't have, because actually, I've already have 2 things of water. I'm thinking, how much water am I going to drink?
I also, I just came from Africa, and I went to school in Columbia in New York. I just learned something in North America. In Canada, everybody is so afraid. Like, I talk too much, so many times the police follow me. Asked me, what's on your head? And I thought I was being funny. I said, it's my brain. But I want to answer from some of the things people are asking you here. We as new residents and citizens of this country, and we have so much fear, we even are so afraid of each other. When I call my brothers and sisters to come to the police station with me, everybody, like we get to the door and everybody runs. and I called my professor in New York. I said, you can't believe what's happening in Canada. He said to me, my sister, don't worry, in America, when the slaves got to the door to go and ask for their rights, they'll go, yeah, brother, sister, go. Yeah, tell the white man, you're going to tell the white man what to do. And you go and you're the leader, and you look back, you're the only one talking. So that's where we are at. Most people
Here, I come to this competition hall many times. People are even afraid to clap. Oh my God, what if she makes fun of me?
I feel the anxiety myself. No, I feel the anxiety myself. And so we're going to get the sound right, inshallah, so at least the people can hear. And I'll do my little translations. But I want you to, to feel free. I'm not asking anybody to get on stage and dance or anything. But, I want you to feel free. I don't want you to have anxiety. I want you to feel like you're here to have a pleasant time. That this is a nice thing that's happening. I don't want you to feel anxiety. So thank you very much, sister. Thank you. All right, let me ask the sister. We're going to do a little dry run just to get to see, make sure it sounds right to you. I want it to sound right to you, okay? So go ahead and start the thing. I'm going to see if it sounds right, all right? So I'll just do the chorus that I did before, inshallah. Yeah, change is going to come. So is my voice too low, or the music too loud, or it just sounds muffled? They said the music is too loud, or my vocals should come up if the music is coming up. Because I can only hear out of this thing. So it's like, change gonna come by the fire, by the gun, by the word, by the deed, by the heavens, by the streets. Change gonna come by the fire, by the sun, by the water, by the seas, by the day, by the breeze. Change gonna come by the Father, by the Son, by the woman, by the seeds, by the war, by the peace. Change gonna come by the many, by the one, by the fire, by the sun, by the fire, by the gun. That sound better? Yeah? Okay. Real up! But it sounds really weak coming out of here, though. It is weak? A little? Okay, they want the music. Okay, we're going to turn the music up, but the vocals have to be with it. So we're just going to go. But I'm gonna be watching you guys. You saying like music up or like this, but don't get crazy with it because it's confusing. Alright? We're just gonna go ahead because I don't want to spend too much time on the sound. I want to, share more with you. I want you to share more with me. I'm having a great time here. You guys having an okay time? Yeah. Good? Are you glad you had it? I'm glad you had it. And this is an opportune time actually to thank the people that brought me Brother kind of sort of like Farouk, yeah, alhamdulillah, was done an amazing job, and his wife and everyone else. I'm afraid to start naming names because I'm going to forget. But all the people that got the little bandana things on their arms, that they've been great support in the press and the sister, yeah, and there was a few other people that I saw and I was lost. But we'll do it before the end of the night. But I thank you all ahead of time, and then inshallah we'll share more. Okay, Jay's gonna come. Wheel up, rewind. Okay. Alhamdulillah. So this song is produced by Minnesota. This is one of the producers that produce things on the New Danger, Most Def's album. So this sounds kind of weak coming out of here, but we're gonna go anyway, okay? So change gonna come by the fire, by the gun, by the word, by the deed, by the heavens, by the streets. Change gonna come by the fire, by the sun, by the water, by the seas, by the day, by the breeze. Change gonna come by the Father, by the Son, by the woman, by the seas, by the war, by the peace. Change gonna come by the many, by the one, by the fire, by the sun, by the fire, by the gun. You and I live in the identical, critical pinnacle of this cynical material world where man-made chemicals eat little boys and girls. However, you and I stand face to face with miracles. I'm no prophet, just lyrical, so please respect the word. I am both true and absurd at the same time. With the same mind, I think you'll find that men should be more kind to mankind, because sometimes a stepping stone is really a landmine. So be very careful who you step on, because now bullets have Teflon. From being a Versace, when it's safe from being crept on. So we have to be like a bed of nails, on point and can't be stepped on. And please remember this, that cool fire couldn't change all that exists. Change gonna come by the fire, by the gun, by the word, by the deed, by the heavens, by the street. Change gonna come by the fire, by the sun, by the promise, by the deed, by the water, by the seas. Change gonna come by the Father, by the Son, by the women, by the seeds, by the war, by the peace. Change gonna come by the many, by the one, by the fire, fire by the sun, by the fire by the gun. Running with the CNN, the MS, and the Fox News. Lose yourself like Eminem, they real them and they got you. Satan says, Simon says, monkey seeing monkey. Do they kill you, brother, rape your mother, not right in front of you? So tell me what you wanna do. Speak straight, man. Tell me what you wanna do. Pistol spots, you pop the pistols like it's nothing new. All the name and now you put you in the newest in the zoo. Yeah, so tell me what you wanna do. Speak straight, man. Tell me what you wanna do. Men and women come and go, living sin without a clue. The villain sing a song, something secret so right out of you. So tell me what you wanna do. Just speak straight, man. Tell me what you wanna do. Matter of fact, man, tell me what you gonna do. Matter of fact, man, show me what you gonna do. Change gonna come by the fire, by the gun, by the word, by the deed, by the habits, by the street. Change gonna come by the fire, by the sun, by the women, by the seed, by the war, by the peace. Change gonna come by the many, by the one, by the fire, by the sun, by the fire, by the gun. Change gonna come by the many, by the one, by the fire, by the sun, by the fire, by the gun. Yes, it sound okay? Is it good? You can clap like you like. Just keep playing that. Don't stop it. I'm going to share a little part of something else with you, and I'm going to do some more poetry before we have to go. This was something I wrote after I did the poem Danger on Deaf Poetry, and there was a few like problems. Matter of fact, stop the person, I'm going to tell them what happened. DJ Sort of Light. Give it up for DJ Sort of Light. On the wheels of steel. So once I did Deaf Poetry Jam, and I went and did the poem Danger on Deaf Poetry. 6 days after that, the FBI came to the place that I lived and the place that I worked and visited my friends and things like that, and there was a little bit of an issue. There was a lot of bit of an issue. And this song, matter of fact, go to Minnesota. Man, I wish I could remember the number though. Minnesota, maybe track 6. Let me hear what this is. Number 6? Oh, okay. And, no, let's go after that. This is what happens when your DJ gets stuck at the border. Go again, next one. All right, track number 5. So when they came to see me. There it is. So I was visiting California. I wasn't living in California at the time. And the FBI, 6 days after my poem aired on HBO, they came. A few agents, 3 agents came to visit me, and they were asking questions like, "Is my poetry anti-American?" and you know, just things like that, and where I worked and where I lived, and they got a grand jury subpoena for my personal file, the names of my students and their addresses and things like this, which was strange to me at the time. And I don't know, maybe it shouldn't have been as strange as it actually was to me. And so I would like to talk about it more, but I don't want to spend too much time on it because I'm afraid we're running out of time. But I wrote a little song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes. That's a cultural reference. Anyway, you got it? Okay, it sounds very, very low coming out of here. Does it sound okay to you guys? Okay, this is something like this. Like, wait, hold on, sorry, pause. Sort of.